This OB show, so many heavyweight matchups. I think off the top of my head, we have about 6, 7 heavyweight fights. It's crazy right now. So many heavyweights. What a time to be a heavyweight. And again, we're going to come to heavyweight next. Two heavyweights that's been going back and forth on Instagram. This one, again, is looking personal. You know, we've got Michael with his big fan base, all his friends and family. Make some noise for Michael. Yes, Michael. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, brother. And on the left, we've got the big bad Babz. Make some noise for Babz. Big heavyweight. Let's go, guys. Take a seat. So, Michael Babz, this has been a fight that everyone's been interested in. You lot have history together, going way back from school times. Mike, I'm gonna come to you first. You've messaged me months ago saying you want this fight against Babz. Why did you come messaging me with all the confidence that you did and saying, I want to take this guy on in the next OB show?
I'll be so honest with you. I fought many people, sparred many people that are like Babs. As I said, I don't see him bringing anything new to the table, really. I don't like really taking easy fights, but I know he'll pack a punch. But at the same time, nothing that I've not, really seen before. Even with my sparring, I've sparred people who surprisingly are actually heavier than Babs as well. And yeah, it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be one hell of a show. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be one hell of a show.
Nice one, Michael. Babs, we're going to come to you next. You're facing Michael, a lot smaller than yourself. How do you feel for this fight? What makes you so confident against Michael they're going to get the win?
The reason why I'm so confident is because I know my capabilities, I know what I can do, and I know that I've been training hard, and I know that he's not my level, simple as that.
Why do you think there's such a big skill level between you and Michael heading into this fight?
I've seen some clips, and I just know that with my training, the people who I've been training with are simply just, on a different level. I've been training with Trill Training, the knockout artist. I've been training with him, making sure that my technique, making sure that all aspects of my game is on point.
Nice, Babs. Michael, obviously you think there's a big skill gap between you two. What do you think about this fight? Obviously, I know you say you're not taking any easy fights. What's your assessment?
So he's saying he's training with the best of the best. I highly doubt that. I'll be honest. I've seen his sparring. I've seen it. It's just nothing new. Like honestly, like this guy, you don't really go down for the body shots. You're always like, just stiff in the middle. You're not moving back. You're not moving inwards. You're always just like, taking punches, not really throwing much back. So, I honestly, I say it's going to be a hard fight as well. It's just I think it's just one that I want to go out with. That's one. It's my last fight. I want to go out big, and I think this one's going to be a big one. This one's going to be one where I'll show the people what I'm capable of. Obviously, being in the amateur world, you don't really do much of that. But now that I'm let loose, there's not many rules as in the amateur world. I think it's going to be a lot more interesting. A lot more interesting.
Michael, we're gonna come to you again. Obviously, a lot of times on Instagram, so many people are saying that he's gonna be too much for you. His reach will be too long for you. Everything, there's so many comments on Instagram that this is the wrong fight for you. What have you got to say about all the doubters that are saying that you ain't got a chance in this fight against such a big heavyweight like Babz?
By many people, you mean only 3 people who constantly keep spamming the comments, and I see notifications on my phone, 74 comments from 3 exact same people, and they're not even talking about boxing, they're talking about flipping chicken and chips. So like, but but yeah, it's I'll prove them all wrong. No, that's for sure. They could do all the talking they want to do, but when fight night comes, that's when they realize like they've messed up. They've messed up big, proper big.
Nice one. Babs, obviously Michael's a lot smaller than you. Do you see any threats he poses in this fight?
I do see some threats and some things that he's good at. Like I think he has decent fundamentals, good speed, but I think my timing will nullify that and make sure that I come out on top.
How do you see this fight going? Points, knockout?
I see this going in my favor. If the knockout comes, it comes, like I don't like to say, oh, I'm gonna knock him out in the first round or knock him out in the third round, like in the back. But personally, I think that simply put, like if the knockout comes, it comes. First round, second round, third round, it will come.
Michael, you're bringing so many people. You sold so many tickets for this fight already, and more people are still yet to come. Like, how come you're so confident? How come you're bringing so many people to watch this performance? It's your last fight as well. How can you bring so many people and the confidence is showing for this fight?
Again, I think the people being there is what's also, going to motivate me to push more. I think it's when it comes to stepping in the ring, it's really easy to forget your game plan. Or it's really easy to be distracted or, take one wrong punch and be like, oh shit, like I need to change up. Um, but having my people there, I think if anything, it will just motivate me. It will, make me punch a lot quicker than I actually do punch. And believe it or not, I've had people at my sparring, and I'm like, shit, I didn't know I had that in me. But having my people there and having a massive crowd, like as you said, Oz, this is hands down the most out of, I think I'm setting out for a fight. I've had previous fights, but this being my final one, a lot of people want to come and watch this. And yeah, I think it's just going to motivate me even more. I'm confident. It's good to see that Babs is confident as well. When you've got two confident people, you know that they're going to perform to the best of their ability. And I don't like easy fights. I want a hard one. I want one where it's got me thinking in the ring, like do this, do that. But again, it's just going to motivate me. Yeah.
Nice. And I want to ask you a simple question. 'Cause I know you probably did see Babs' last performance, and that's when you did message me. What was your honest assessment on that fight?
Um, yeah, I'm trying to really think about it because there were a few good things that you've done in it. But I think the main thing that I got out from this, and I don't think he would have been able to improve in that short period of time. I believe his fight was June, right? June time. So I believe it's the fitness. It's the fitness. I've been out here, I'm the fittest I've ever been, and for any fight, I've not been this fit. I've trained so hard, and going into this, being the fittest I can, and knowing that he's not going to be fitter than me, which is, when you're fighting heavyweight, it's going to be like that. The heavier person, he's less likely to be fitter. But at the same time, me being the fitter person, I think I'm really going to work him in that ring, and I think that's what really let him down in his last fight. He did show in the first couple, the first two rounds, a load of strengths, but at the same time, nothing new that I've not really seen and nothing that I can't overcome.
So, Babs, you said your fitness potentially will let you down in this fight. You don't think you can rectify that in a short period. How have you changed your game plan, your training to make sure you do change that, or if you have?
So I've been making sure that when there's a near my house there's a park called Mazewood Park. We've been going on the track, making sure that I am doing my sprints, making sure that I'm as fit as possible because I know that is most likely my weakest attribute. But I know that what I need to focus on, what I need to do to make sure that everything's up to par when I get in the ring because we can't play boxing, and boxing, in the heavyweight division, it just takes one punch. So, yeah.
A nice one, Babs. And again, coming to you, you want to obviously prove yourself in OB. You lost your first fight against a game opponent. How determined are you to get a win in this fight coming up?
I'm 100% determined to get that win because now that I've been in there with someone who's, on the up and coming, I want to make sure that this fight, not only do I win, but I make a statement, to everyone that, yeah, I am, gonna make sure that I come up and that, I'm serious about this.
Nice one. We're going to come to our last questions. Michael, predictions. How do you see this fight going?
It'll be hard to say knockout, him being the bigger guy and taller, but at the same time, I think this. You know, I will be very, very like not pleased with myself if I don't win this. I see it's going to go to a majority decision just to me. The majority are just going to. I think all three rounds actually are going to go to me. Um, and yeah, I think you know, you've got one hell of a fight to look forward to. 2 weeks time, you've got one hell of a fight to look forward to, and I'm gonna keep him very busy. I'll tell you that now. You're gonna be kept busy, and when you notice that, you'll know.
Just a quick one, Michael. You worried about his punch power because he does weigh 150 plus kg. That's a big weight difference compared to yourself.
Again, 150 plus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just had to make sure of that one. That's just gonna slow him down. Just gonna slow him down. You know, I've hit I've hit, you know, people who I won't say now weigh as much. I won't say that, but I've hit people who are relatively close to that weight and they feel it. Even you know what? Even my coach, like 2 days ago, believe it or not, he had this guy who was wearing his bodysuit on and all that, and that guy got winded from me. He couldn't even, you know, take the punch. I packed one hell of a punch, and his punch won't be a problem because I know it will be slow. I'll see it coming, and that will just give me enough time to prepare for that punch coming. But again, I think just going into this, it's you know, it's not going to affect me at all. It's really not getting to my mind at all with that.
Amazing, Michael. And Babs, to all your friends, family in attendance, what do you promise them on the night come November 23rd?
I promised them fireworks. I promised them a win. I promised that, you know, I'll put on a performance that will make sure that they'll keep coming, keep supporting me, and they'll never, you know, not be in my corner.
Nice. We got Michael, we got Babs. We're gonna now come to you guys. Anyone has any questions for either fighter here? We got Rodney. Mike, we're gonna come to you first. Does it make a difference the size?
From my side, not at all. Again, I've sparred many people, you know, relatively close to his size. That shouldn't be a problem to me. I see, if anything, that will be a strength on my side, purely because when you reach that size, it becomes a lot harder being quick, being fit. I'm not saying he's not. He might, you know, he might come through, fight night comes, he might come through with being a lot fitter than I'm expecting. But at the same time, it's really, really hard being that size to be fit and to throw quick punches. So I think, you know, going into this fight, I'll be able to really read from the beginning what he's going in and trying to do. So his size is not really getting to me at all.
Babs, would the size be a different or make a difference in this fight for you?
I don't think so. For me, like at the end of the day, you know, size doesn't matter when it comes down to it. Skill matters more than size, than power, than anything. You know, and I think I'm, you know, more skillful than him. You know, I think I have the better technique and everything. You know, the better footwork and everything. That's what it's gonna come down to, not size.
Nice. Got any more questions? You man? Think it's possible to get a knockout.
Again, it's you know it's gonna be so. I think it could be possible, but again, fighting in 14-ounce gloves, so 14 ounces, you know, it's pretty hard. As you know, it will be hard to get a knockout, and especially as well that he is a lot taller. So I'm not really going into this fight looking to get the knockout, but if it does come, you know, we will see. Like, you will be able to tell.
Nice one. Any more questions? We got Alfie. How's Trill rubbed off on you, training and help you for the fight?
He has essentially helped me not only improve my technique but my fitness as well. We've been in the gym, you know, constantly, and you know, yesterday night was, you know, doing some technical sparring, you know, fixing up on, you know, things that need to be, you know, tweaked so that, you know, when I get in a ring in 2 weeks, you know, that I get the win.
Wicked. Any more questions, guys? Last one from Navid. After this fight, where do you see yourself going? Mike, obviously, you spoke about retirement, so yeah.
Again, as I said during the face-off in Piccadilly, I've currently got a lot going on, and I sort of need to give my body. It's been fight after this is my first time on OB, but prior to that, I fought in the amateur world. I've always been on it, so I think it's time for me to take a bit of a rest and focus a lot more on myself. But if I was to come back, I would say, definitely I'll be looking at big fights. So I'll be looking at title fights. I'll be looking at big stuff and no more of just a matchup. I'll be honest, not on. I don't know many on this road. This is my first time. you, I, oh, yeah, is that so? Yeah. We'll see in it. We'll see. But yeah, I'd say for now there's not really, and it depends at the time as well who comes, up front first. Who I see that will put on an interesting fight because, again, as King said, this is a business. So I'll be looking at something that will be a very interesting fight in the future, not only one that I could see either as an easy win or something like that. So I'll be looking for interesting fights if I was to come back. And definitely title shots. I'll be definitely going for title shots. I'm done with these small matchups. Enjoying them, enjoying the training hard. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I feel like now if I was to get back here, it's time to up my level a lot more.
Nice. And Babz, yourself?
Just after this fight, I'm not gonna say names. Just keep fighting. Like probably like sometime next year. But not naming names. Just keep grinding, keep winning. Try get to a point where I get a title shot.
Amazing. We got Babz, we got Michael. Let's make some noise. We're going to do a face-off. We got Michael on the right, we got Babz on the left. This is our heavyweight matchup. This one promises to bring fireworks. It's going to be an interesting match, guys. Looking forward to this one. Michael's potential last fight. Babz making sure he gets the second win on OB. Who is going to take the victory? Find out November 23rd. If you haven't got your tickets, ticket link will be in your bio for this fight. Let's do it. Well done, guys. Michael, Babz. Top man. Well done, Babz. Top man.